Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, your Chicago Cubs.
So just about set now, and pitching here today, Jameson Taillon. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Not close with that one, and the count's even at 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. In the air, left field, down the line, brings it in. And there's one down. Here's the lineup for the Reds. They're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So you got to go up there, understand what's in his repertoire, be aggressive in what you can handle. And you get 3 swings, why not take all 3 of them? With his control and command, he's going to be in the strike zone.
One down, base is empty. And that's way high. 2-2. Got him swinging.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ellie De La Cruz. And that misses. And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And there's a ball.
We got a full count.
Draws the walk there. And that's their first base runner of the game.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there in the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
And now it's Gavin Lux. Ellie looking to steal. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And now the count is even. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. Getting over on the strikeout. So 1 left for Cincinnati. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, and towing the slab here, Nick Martinez.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
In half up to him. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And it's a double to start the bottom of the first.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
2-2 is the count.
Runner at second, nobody out. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Half on his way home. Here comes the throw. He scores, and they have the lead. 1-0.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team with that right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now it's the DH, Seiya Suzuki. And strike two.
2-2.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And up next for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Hit on the ground to the right side. Off balance speed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
That is it. The shortstop,
Dansby Swanson stands in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Move to first, and he's back in safely.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally.
Oh, now this is drilled to center, way back there, on its way and gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His 12th of the season, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Base is empty with 2 away. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
And there's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best.
No, that missed.
That is if you are the offensive side of it. Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
2 outs. And that one is lifted in the air. Benson on the move to the gap. And that'll do it. Cubs had 2 on this homer. It's now 3-0. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Second inning set to go. And here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. And now 2-1.
A 3-0 lead is
2-1.
great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
And foul ball.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
In now for the Reds, Will Benson. One down, base is empty. And this is inside. Next offering in there for a strike. 3-2 now. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Stays alive. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Stepping in, Spencer Steer. They say a win.
1-2 is the count.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Nothing doing here this half. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Cubs 3 and the Reds nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Matt Shaw.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, the catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Activity in the bullpen for the Reds.
3-1.
Andrew Abbott up and throwing for Terry Francona. Jabot warming up as well. That one's in there. Counts full, 3-2. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
The batter now is Reese McGuire. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one not close. Yeah, that's ball 2. Check swing, and he held up.
Full count.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ian Happ.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So here's Kyle Tucker now.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
On the ground. Dives, and he can't hang on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Nick Martinez is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher for the Reds, Ian Gibaut.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
First and second, 2 outs. And now here is Seiya Suzuki. And a foul ball. McGuire on second. Tucker at first. 2 out of the inning. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Two on, 2 outs. Swings through it for the K. Had him way out front of the slurve. Cubs strand a couple, but they lead at 3-0. Top half of the 3rd inning, and the batter now, Jake Fraley. Next pitch is outside.
Ball.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. On the warning track, and hauls it in.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Here's the second baseman, Matt McClain. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
2 outs, base is empty. TJ Friedel digs in now. Swings and misses. Went with the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Up the middle. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. Reds down in order. Still down 3-0. And we're back as we go to the last of the 3rd. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong. The pitch. That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. And that one is out of here. He leaves the yard to right. And they add a run. It's 4-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Swanson digs in.
Three-one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Full count.
Hard hit left side. Fires over to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Michael Busch.
And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch. One out, base is empty. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one high in the air to left center. Friedel hauls it in, 2 away.
Up next for the Cubs.
Here's Nico Horner. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And that's downstairs and outside.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive team, that's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Cubs tack on another with a solo jack. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Here at Wrigley Field, out of the 4th. Here's the third baseman, Santiago Espinal.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
One of the things that Jim Leyland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. That's back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 4-1. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. He's just too good of a hitter at the plate. There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Ellie De La Cruz. There's a swing and a miss.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next offering upstairs. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Jose Sixto up and throwing. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Gavin Lux. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. One down, base is empty. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Next offering misses. Now 3-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. And that is that. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Scott Barlow.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Matt Shaw will hit next.
The third baseman, Matt Shaw.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, that's that slurve right there.
1
He
and 2,
threw it
count.
extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Reese McGuire.
Catcher, Reese McGuire.
And a breaking
That's a
ball
ball.
misses outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. That one
Count
way
is full.
inside. And that one in the air center field. Friedel settles underneath it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Ian
2 down, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. Here's a 1-1. Hit in the air, left field. Benson makes the catch, and that'll do it. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jose Sixto. A chance at his first save of the year. So digging in, Will Benson.
Jose Sixto.
That misses. Ball 2.
Well, these Reds,
2-1.
as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times,
2-2 the
and it
count.
just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Next pitch, a
Full count.
slider that misses outside.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
That one misses.
Inside,
So a
ball
leadoff
4.
walk.
Take your base.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And here is Spencer Steer. Nobody out, runner at first. And now 1 and 2.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Ball.
Off the mark there. The count now 2 and 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Stayed with the fastball on all 3 pitches to put him away.
Yeah, just straight attacked him. And those locations of the fastball is what really stood out to me, Boog. Started him inside, really good location. Then he went away for strike 2, going kind of east-west, and then finishes him off up in the zone with some good velocity. That's just great execution.
And now it's going to be Jake Fraley. Hap on his horse. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So they're down to their final out. Next for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. They're down to their final strike.
Ooh, Baya. You
1 and 2.
gotta remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
This could end it.
2 and 2.
In the dirt. Goes to second.
No, he
Save.
beat it.
And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch. Good eye right there.
Ball.
Pressure mountain right here with the
Gotta poke
tying
out.
run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Line drive, base hit. Coming home. He will score, and it's an RBI single. It's 4-2. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Jose Sixto done for the afternoon. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Drew Pomerantz taking over on the mound. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. So up next, TJ Friedel. Tying run at the plate. Lifted to left, and that should do it. Hauls it in, and that's the ball game.
Start of a new month is a great chance to hit the reset button. Whether you're coming in hot or cold, getting that win today is a great feeling to continue through the rest of the month.
And your final 4-2. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.